do you want to look at UFC 265 with Gane and Lewis?
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, you know, we talked about this fight briefly like 2 weeks ago, right? When Ciryl Gane won the that fight against Volkov, and we haven't talked since the news came out that they were going to do this fight, the interim title fight, which you know, it's just, this is the type of thing where, like, if this was the WWE or like any type of professional wrestling, this is like one of those like golden rules where it's like, you do not diminish your company's belt. You do not diminish your company's heavyweight championship. And Dana just is like, oh, I'll do what I want. I don't care. We got to fill a building in Houston, because that's basically what this is them just needing to have that Derrick Lewis crowd show up in Houston. And it is what it is, man. In boxing, they have like a belt for every single fight. You know, this is an interim title fight. I see what they're doing. One way or another, the fight against Ngannou is going to be huge. And you can say that it's champion versus champion, but like this belt is going to be meaningless, so utterly meaningless. So yeah, let's get into it. Ciryl Gane is now 6-0 in the UFC, with 3 of his 6 wins by decision. And then Derrick Lewis is 16-5 in the UFC with 12 wins inside the distance. This is just one of those, you know, the unstoppable force against the unmovable object. You know, this is, if there's 2 guys who have the most opposite styles, it's Ciryl Gane and Derrick Lewis. You know, this is just such a clash of styles. There's a good chance that this fight could be very boring, similar to Derrick Lewis Ngannou, especially with Gane's ability to, you know, judge range and get in and out and stick and move. And because of that, even with Gane at the price that he's at looking at it right now, at, you know, minus 300 almost. The pick for me here, the best bet that I can think of here is Gane by decision, which I don't see yet. But the fight goes the distance, yes, is at plus 135. So it's not even that big of and that's a 5-round fight. So it's not even that big of plus money. So I wish I was you. You'd be able to. That makes it seem that that will probably be what the price for decision for Gane is, about like plus 110 or something like that. I don't like that, but as far as handicapping the way that this fight turns out, I see Gane winning a rather uneventful point. You know, he outpoints him for 25 minutes. Derrick Lewis, I think he's just going to have to turn off Gane to win this fight. And I don't know, just because of how good Ciryl Gane is at evading and just that stick and move style, if he's going to be able to, if Lewis is going to be able to connect. What do you think?
Well, first off, I got to address just the situation, right? Because I understand why the fan base is irritated by an interim title coming out when Francis fought 3 months ago and just got the belt. Like, we see guys, especially the heavyweight title, a guy wins it and then literally just hangs out for a year, you know, filming Toyo Tires commercials with the strap over their shoulder, right? Like, it's like I got the gold, time to cash out, right? Time to go be marketable, time to get this championship level sponsorship, right? I get it from a business standpoint, but let me explain to people right now. This is a Dana White 1,000 IQ move, okay? Let me break it down for the folks. Ciryl Gane, Derrick Lewis. Number one, why is this happening? Number one reason, the UFC booked a card in Houston. Plain and simple. Amanda Nunes doesn't sell tickets, okay? Amanda Nunes doesn't sell pay-per-views. I'm sorry. She's the GOAT, but she's the woat at getting people to pay for a pay-per-view. I'm sorry. That's where women's MMA is still at this point today. And no one's going to deny it, okay? So here's the deal. We need Derrick Lewis, right? And not only that, we need like icing on the cake. We need Derrick Lewis and something. We need Derrick Lewis and the opportunity to win a title at a pay-per-view in Houston. They knew Derrick Lewis was going to fight. They wanted Ngannou in this spot, risking the belt. Ngannou said, no, I'm not going to be ready. I'll be ready in September. They said, okay, that's fine. We'll book you in September. Ciryl Gane, the dude who fought Alexander Volkov and ate maybe 2 or 3 hard punches over 25 minutes. Here's the deal, and this is what I believe. They're going to use the Derrick Lewis factor to sell a bunch of tickets in Houston, right? It's gonna sell well. He's got the fan base's attention. It's a hometown thing. Boom, it's going to be a home run as far as the ticket sales go. Ciryl Gane's going to go in there, the guy who is the hardest to hit heavyweight I've ever seen in my life. He's going to go in there. He's going to dance around. He's going to pick apart Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis is going to do a lot of standing around, a lot of looking. We'll see, a couple like guerrilla bursts where he just kind of starts swinging and running forward. I say 3 or 4 times in the fight. Maybe hits Gane with 1 or 2, but I think Gane, just his elusiveness, his speed, it's just way too much. You're not going to see a situation where Ciryl Gane bends over at 90 degrees and runs face first, shooting a takedown into an uppercut of Derrick Lewis. That's not going to happen. Exactly. Ciryl Gane's going to dance around Derrick Lewis. He's going to win a 50-45 decision. He's going to take so little damage that he's going to easily make the turnaround and 6 weeks later fight Francis Ngannou to unify the title. They're doing a double dip, okay? They're going to cash out 2 pay-per-views instead of 1 by pushing Ngannou out, bringing Derrick Lewis in, creating a fake interim belt, and then they get to hype up Gane versus Ngannou, champion versus champion, former training partners, blah, 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 all this shit. Because here's the deal. They are former training partners. Why is Ciryl Gane so evasive? Why is this guy so hard to hit? Because he trained with Francis Ngannou every day. And if you want to be in this sport, the number 1 rule is don't let that guy hit you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to break it down for the people right now. Ciryl Gane wins. Listen, I'm going to say dominantly, but it's not going to be super impressive. It's not going to light your hair on fire. It's going to be classic Ciryl Gane. He's in there with one of the biggest, heaviest, hardest hitters at heavyweight in Derrick Lewis. He's going to know I can't get inside and let this dude hit me with one of these bombs. He's going to stay outside. He's going to pick his shots. He's going to use the jab. He's going to put up crazy numbers compared to Lewis, win a clear-cut decision. Then, like I said, going to do the quick turnaround. He's going to go in there, fight Ngannou, and it's going to be the same story. And he's not going to get hit. It literally puncher's chance Derrick Lewis against Ciryl Gane, and then it's going to be puncher's chance again Francis Ngannou. And I like Ciryl Gane in both matchups. I'm going to give you a bleed double dip, 2 main event pay-per-views, 2 championship matchups. Ciryl Gane beats Derrick Lewis, goes on to beat Francis Ngannou, and new double belt unifier Ciryl Gane. Al, can I give any more to the people? Can I say any more about this?
Yeah, that's a bold one, but I respect the tenacity.
Appreciate you.
The thing, somebody in the chat says Lewis was a plus 325 underdog against Blaze. Everybody picked Blades and Lewis knocked him out. I know. I bet on Lewis. The difference is Ciryl Gane going to go in for a blind double leg on Lewis and run into an uppercut that knocks him out unconscious? No, that will not happen.
Right.
There will be no takedown attempts. From
listen, and let's be honest. Curtis Blades is piecing up Derrick Lewis on the feet before the KO. I mean, Derrick Lewis is winning that entire fight until he eats a Frankensteiner and goes stiff and falls face down in the mat, right? Derrick Lewis loses 14 minutes and 50 seconds of a fight against Alexander Volkov, right? I mean, Alexander Volkov looked like Ciryl Gane versus Alexander Volkov against Derrick Lewis, and then eats a monster shot and gets knocked out. Derrick Lewis loses a lot of fights right up until he wins. And again, Ciryl Gane is the least hittable heavyweight there's ever been. So, I mean, we're talking again, puncher's chance, but the problem is your chances are as low as anyone you're ever going to fight with Ciryl Gane. Am I saying Derrick Lewis can't knock out Ciryl Gane? Not at all. Derrick Lewis can absolutely knock out Ciryl Gane. I just think his opportunities, the amount of times he's going to get to roll the dice and hope it comes up snake eyes, is going to be so little and few and far between. I don't think he's got a good chance. Do I think that Ciryl Gane minus 300 makes sense? Honestly, I don't think it's too far off. I really do. I think Ciryl Gane wins this fight a lot. I think, and I hope, fingers crossed, we get a narrative going. Let me plant the seed right now. Guys, Derrick Lewis in Houston. You think Derrick Lewis for interim gold's going to lose in Houston? Ha! Yeah, right. Listen, all I'm getting at is I hope we get a narrative where Derrick Lewis in Houston, we see a lot of that casual money start pushing that big plus money, that trap that the bookies have laid out of Derrick Lewis, the man who only needs one punch, as a plus 250 underdog. Do me a favor, boys. Step into that one. I'm looking to get Ciryl Gane minus 250 or better, and that's how I feel about it, Al.
Yeah, maybe we'll get the Derrick Lewis is motivated. You know, it's different this time for Derrick Lewis, similar to what we had for tonight's fight.